Usually if I'm talking about adapters that allow you to use controllers on consoles or platforms that they're not meant for, I usually mention Brooks, and as of recent, if I'm talking about a Nintendo Switch controller, I'm probably featuring 8BitDo. However, today we're doing a little bit of both. 8BitDo is no stranger to the adapter or converter game. They've been doing it for quite some time. They have a vast lineup. This is their latest and greatest and allows you to use a slew of controllers, including the PS5 DualSense and the Xbox Elite 2, wirelessly on Nintendo Switch. Let's get it. A quick disclaimer for my audience, the Stallions and Stallionettes, this adapter was sent for review, but this is going to be an honest, comprehensive review. I haven't been paid or told to say anything about it, so if there's any cons, shortcomings, or areas of improvement, you're going to hear about it. So these companies make better products over time. Over here on a website that you and I are pretty familiar with, 8BitDo.com. And should we take a look? I 8BitDo think that we should. So let's do that, dough.
I'm getting that for show.
Be getting that for show.
Seriously?
For show.
I do wish they had a drop down where the products were separated by category, but that's okay. You can scroll down manually. It takes a little time. Finger gets a little tired on the mouse wheel.
My fingers hurt.
But here's the adapters down here. Now we're just going to climb to the tip. Well, first of all, we're going to engage a dark theme. Step one. Never mind. It destroys this website. So these are some of the previous generations of adapters or converters and also for different platforms. But we're going to the tippy top to the latest and greatest, which is the USB wireless adapter 2. Just like their controllers, they prefer that you go to Amazon to purchase them. That is their preferred third-party vendor, or at least that's the only one they have a link for. As for the most important factor with any adapter or converter, those two words are used interchangeably, and that is going to be compatibility. What platforms and what controllers? While this isn't quite as robust on the controller side of the house as Brooks, which has like over 125 controllers easily because there's a lot of third-party manufacturers like Mad Catz and Logitech supported, if you will. Not so much here, but there's still a shitload of controllers. So as for supported platforms, it's going to be all three variants of the Switch, so the OLED and Lite included, Windows PCs, so Windows 10 and 11 PCs, Macintosh computers, Raspberry Pi single board computers, you know we love those for the retro emulation, and then it says and more. I wonder what that could mean. Scroll down. Ah yes, of course, the Steam Deck is also supported. And as for controller compatibility, 8BitDo's entire lineup is supported, as well as Xbox Series S and X controllers, and then it says Xbox One Bluetooth controllers, so it's just specifying that when Microsoft did the midlife refresh of the Xbox One S and X, and they removed that center chin or trim piece from the controllers, which also added Bluetooth functionality. Well, removing that trim piece isn't what added Bluetooth, but it was just two changes they did at the same time. Those Xbox controllers are supported, as well as PS5 DualSense, the PlayStation 4, DualShock 4, and PS3 controllers, as well as the Switch Pro controller, the Joy-Cons, the Wii U, and the Wiimote. Sick. Another note for compatibility, any custom, premium, or pro controllers that start life as a stock factory, any of those controllers that were just listed on their compatibility by Megamods, AIM, Scuff, Battle Beaver, Hex, Cinch, HYPR, whatever, those will all work because at their core, the board is still a stock Sony, Nintendo, or Microsoft controller. It's just got custom parts bolted over it. You know what I'm saying? She's been tweaked, turned to 11, so to speak. Another piece of compatibility, Android TV boxes, so things like the NVIDIA Shield will be supported. And some key features this adapter has that others do not is going to be vibration support, but only in X input mode. So if you do switch into D input mode, you are not going to have vibration. When you are on the Switch console, you're going to have 6-axis motion control. Sweet. You'll have your X and D inputs for PC, Mac, and a Switch mode. And just like Brooks adapters, there are going to be patches or updates down the road that will keep up the compatibility with newer controllers. And of course, this adapter is not going to introduce additional input lag or delay. This thing is about as small as a stick of gum, but the dimensions and weight is on screen. Now, one huge perk or benefit to going with this adapter is you do have the 8BitDo Ultimate software, which I've showcased during previous controller reviews, and it is actually quite good. You can tighten up thumbstick dead zones or loosen them up to counteract stick drift, remap virtually all the buttons on the controller, set up trigger dead zones, and even macros. And something to note, when it is communicating with controllers via Bluetooth, its highest protocol is Bluetooth 4.0, which is unfortunate because we are in 5.2 now, or 3 or 5 something. There you go. As I was just stuttering and sputtering and guessing, it's because it's constantly evolving. This just came out February 10th of this year. We're now on Bluetooth 5.4 in case you didn't know, because I sure as shit didn't. And mathematically 4.0 is a much smaller number. You know, if we're talking about engines in a vehicle here, the 4.0 lines up against that 5.4. It's getting its doors blown off sideways. The packaging and included accessories is virtually identical to Brook accessories. It's just held in with a little cardboard inner box, box, and then you have a very basic minimalistic instruction manual. First of all, let's take a second to say style or swag points on this adapter. It looks incredibly handsome. The little 8-bit bricks in there, very reminiscent of the original Mario. Why did I say it like that? Mario. Anyway, much like Pringles, you pop the top and the fun simply don't stop. You remove this little dust cover, plug this into the USB port on your Switch dock, or one of the USB suck holes on your PC tower, or maybe your Raspberry Pi single board computer. And there's a little button, which by the way looks like a little coin, a little 8-bit coin. Super cool. Very nice. Tactile, clicky. I wish more controllers had face or action buttons that felt like this, seriously. It's a joy. Plug it in, hold down that button for a couple of seconds, and there's a little status or LED indicator light, which you can barely see. It's underneath that housing, and it just barely blinks or glows through there, but lets you know you are in pairing mode. And then you're going to turn on the wireless controller that you're fixing to pair, put it into its discoverable mode or its pairing mode, and it's going to use that Bluetooth 4.0 protocol to pair up. But the biggest selling factor is going to be the price to performance or bang for buck. These are $20 adapters. All the Brook accessories adapters that I feature on the channel are $45 to $60. Now, granted, the Brook adapters do also have a USB port on the back where you can plug in wired controllers, and the latest adapters do use Bluetooth 5.1 or 5.2 as opposed to the 4.0 on this 8-bit adapter. But $20 to be able to use PS and Xbox controllers on Switch is not bad. Personally, I like the brown version over the black. It actually looks more like brick. So what is the verdict? Is this little bad boy worth a pickup? I would say if you own a Nintendo Switch or maybe a single board computer, absolutely. If you're trying to go cross console, Xbox to PlayStation, PlayStation to Xbox, and Bluetooth 5 Plus and a larger compatibility of controllers is important to you, then I would still look at Brook accessories. However, if you are on Switch and don't really give a shit about the Bluetooth 4.0, this is a very stylish, slick looking adapter. And facts are, if you're playing on the Switch, Bluetooth 4.0, 5.0, doesn't really matter. You're probably playing Mario Party or Mario Kart, hanging out with the fam. Nobody's thinking about, oh gosh, I've got an extra 6 milliseconds of lag on this controller right now. You know what I mean? These are linked in the description below. I hope you Stallions have a fantastic evening, afternoon, whatever your time zone is, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at GamerHeaven. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of GamerHeaven, join the community Discord, and check me out at twitch.tv where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number, and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding, starting June I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting GamerHeaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily, all the time, 60% of the time, sometimes, most of the time. Peace.